Hola amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought I would have a go at the Author Newbie tag question. I might have a go at the 2.0 and 3.0 versions at some point because they seem like they could be fun videos to make. I'm not sure who to credit with coming up with these questions originally, so if anybody does know, if you could just pop the name of the YouTuber down in the comments below so that I can give them credit, that would be brilliant. Now, I've got the questions on my Google Chromebook next to me, so if you see me looking across like this, it's because I'm just reading the next questions. Okay, so question number one, how did you find out about AuthorTube? I think I probably found out about AuthorTube the same way that most authors do. I started off just watching YouTube for fun, but also to kind of look stuff up, and then I discovered BookTube and like that, and then naturally led on to me discovering AuthorTube. I am beginning to go through as many AuthorTube videos as I can, working my way through them and following as many accounts. If you have an AuthorTube channel, which I haven't followed, again, if you just pop the link down in the comments below, I will take a look at your channel. The second question is, what genres do you write in? I write contemporary romance. I believe it's known as sweet romance in America. Basically, it ain't 50 Shades of Grey. And I also write picture books for young children aged about 2 to 6 years. What's your preferred writing tense? I write in the past tense. Point of view, I write in the third person, and category of story. My favourite to write, well, I don't know. I like them both. I like writing romance and I like writing children's books. I can't choose between them. I couldn't choose between my kids. I can't choose between my genres either. Leave me alone. What's the next question? It is, are you a plotter, pantster or plantster? Now, I'd never heard of plantster before, and I actually had to look this up. But it's an amalgamation of being a plotter, so a writer who plots all of their books before they write them, and a pantster, someone who writes by the seat of their pants. I generally consider myself to be a plotter. Before I begin writing a book properly, I do make sure that I plot it all out, and I've just read the Save Cat Writes a Novel book, and I'm definitely going to be using the 15 beats that the author Jessica Brody, I think her name is, sets out in that for when I start my next book, and also when I'm editing the one that I'm working on at the moment. I usually use post-it notes for each little scene so that I can move them around easily if I need to, and I stick them in the back of my writing book for ease of access. I do sometimes though go a little bit off tangent and come up with an idea for a different chapter or a scene which I will add in and wasn't in the original plot. So I don't completely stick to the plot which I set out for myself at the beginning. Are you self-published, published or yet to be published? I am a hybrid author. I am self-published and I am also published with a traditional publisher. Number 6, what publishing company, literary agent and or printing company are you represented by or use? I am published by a little publishers called Spellbound's Book. They are a UK-based publishing company and they've only been going for a couple of years. They're absolutely brilliant and their cover designs in particular are just absolutely top-notch. I love them. Number 7, what author YouTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? I'm hoping to do a mixture of all kinds of things. I'm going to be doing some kind of vlogs and days in the life. I also want to do plenty of encouragement and tips to get you writing, writing faster, writing more, making the best use of your writing time, as well as some how-to videos to do with craft. Basically, as I learn something that I need to know in my publishing journey, I'm hoping that I will be able to pass it on to you guys so that you have that information as well. The other thing that I'm really enjoying making are my meditation for authors videos. I've got 2 of them available at the moment, I think, and I hope they will be really helpful for some writers. Number 8, when did you start writing? I started writing when my oldest son, who is 18 now, was a baby. I had some ideas for some picture books for him, none of which were ever actually published, but I should probably go back and have a look and see if any of those are any good, if they could be sent out to any publishers. I don't know, maybe they were good. What was the first story you ever wrote? I probably wrote stories when I was little. I was the sort of kid who would make books out of pieces of paper and staple them and do elaborate designs on the cover and fill them with story ideas, but I can't actually remember any of them. So I'm guessing that the first story that I wrote was one of the ones which I wrote for my son when he was a baby, and I can't remember the names of those because it's been a long time. But my first book that was published was my romance novel, The Green Hills of Home. What authors have inspired your writing the most? Oh golly, I read so many different authors and so many different genres. How do I choose? I think Sophie Kinsella, her writing is just hilarious, especially her Shopaholic series. I really love her writing. Trudy Canavan writes brilliant fantasy. I thoroughly recommend her. And who's the author of The Song of Achilles and Circe? I can't believe I can't remember her name, but she is absolutely brilliant as well. To be able to write like those authors would just be absolutely amazing, and it's definitely something to aspire to. Do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you find time? It depends. It depends how busy we are, what we've got going on that particular day, week, month. We have 4 children who are home educated, so their education comes first. Often I will write when I've finished teaching them for the day, so kind of late afternoon for a couple of hours, and maybe also then in the evening. Other days, if I'm not teaching them, if my husband is, or if I've got a deadline that I need to stick to, then I will just work all day. It just completely depends what's going on. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those, and where do you write in general? I type on a computer, but I also very much use a notepad, which I try to carry around with me all the time. So if I get an idea for a scene or some dialogue or something like that, then I'm able to jot it down, and I do all my planning in the notebook. Some weeks, if I'm busy and I don't get kind of an hour or 2 hours at a time to be able to sit down at the computer, then I will just write stuff down in my notebook, carrying on a scene just as I've got 5 minutes to add to it, and then at the weekend or something like that I will go and type them all up in my computer. But most of the time I would be using a computer on a day-to-day basis, but I would never give up my notebook. And where do you write in general? In general, I write in my dining room. If I'm at home, I'm a very nosy person, so I like to be in the middle of things. Anything exciting could happen if I was hiding away in an office upstairs. The post could arrive, the dishwasher could finish, anything. I don't like to miss out. Also, I have 2 very demanding chocolate Labradors who like to be with me when I'm working, and it's easier to have them downstairs and not upstairs because we have a couple of family members who are actually allergic to them, so we try to keep them out of most of the bedrooms upstairs. And last but not least, number 13, what are you most looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? AuthorTube seems like a really lovely community. I didn't know this until I started delving deeper, and I can't wait to be making more author friends on AuthorTube and being able to get some ideas and inspiration from them, to follow their channels, hopefully have them follow me as well, and just really enjoy being part of that community. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I have really enjoyed answering all of these questions, and I think I definitely will do 2.0 and 3.0 at some point. I will see you in the next one.